Okay, so in this video, I'm going to analyze the data center theme, and then I'm going to go through my watch list for today. So remember, Friday is holidays, so this week is going to be shorter. All right, so first of all, starting with tech, so the Qs are pulling back. Let's see what happens, but we are still in a volatility area, so anything that happens here is probably going to be chop chop, and yeah, we have to see if it defines direction and breaks to the upside, or we are going to spend more time here. My guess is we are going to move back and forth a bit and then break to the upside. Let's see what happens. Okay, so on the cloud services slash data centers, GPU for hire industry. So we have Rackspace, which I tried to trade yesterday, but took me out, and I attempted to buy it a few times. I still can't find a good entry, a tight good entry. This day here was probably the best entry, but it wasn't obvious to me back then. And then I tried to buy it this day here, and it closed red, so I closed the position. So it's a bit hard for me to enter it. So hopefully it's going to go sideways a few days and let the 10-day catch up or get closer to it, and then break again. But I think it's one of the best names in this theme. Huge momentum with very nice volume. So let's see if it has follow through. NBIS. So NBIS, yeah, it's still quite volatile. I don't like this hard bounce here. I think it's going to go sideways a bit. That would be ideal. So it gives a potential good entry right here. Even if it breaks, I don't think it's a good entry point. It's still too volatile. But I like how it has relative strength against the Qs. You see how it turned green the last couple of days. Hot. This one looks good. Quite compressed. So the thing is, if this theme is going to attempt to break today or just wait until next week. Let's see the weekly chart. Yeah, it would be ideal if this week they don't move and wait until next week. So it's just 2 days away. But I'm going to be ready. There are a couple of names that I want to watch closely, like hot. I really like this momentum here, and then showed up again here, and now it's compressed. So if it breaks, I may try to enter a very small position. I understand that we are still in quite a volatile environment, so I'm going to take it slow. BTDR, the same kind of setup, very, very similar to hot, but with less strength. Still looks interesting. You never know when you have a close follower. The close follower may get up to date and just pass the leader, which is right now hot. So I'm still going to watch it. Cores, very nice trend. You see this huge move. What is it like? Yeah, over 100%, 120% move. So the volume showed up here after a report. So yeah, let's see. Nice compression here. Not the best setup though in the hourly. So let's see. Yeah, this is almost. I can see that this could, move sideways for just 2 or 3 more days before attempting to move. If it tries to move today, I think it's going to get a rejection and be pulled back inside the range again. But I don't know. We are in a crazy market, so I don't know. I would say this is a stock to wait until next week. DocN has been choppy lately, but it's been respecting the 10 and 20 moving averages and has nice momentum, very nice volume here, and it's kind of leading. It hasn't pulled back. So yeah, I take it as a sign of strength and leadership. So if it breaks, yeah, for me it is a buy. So, but again, the same as the other names, I would like to see at least until Monday of sideways before attempting to move. So that's why if I enter any of these names, it's going to be on small position. CRWB Core Wave. So this one is lagging, but it's been demonstrating momentum lately. As you can see here in this rally, and now this rally. I bought a very small position yesterday. I know it sounds crazy, but it's getting through all this resistance, and it's so close to this resistance. I think it's going to fight it and then potentially break and accelerate. So to me, this is a stock to watch. It may get up to date. I really like the price action here. How it made this very nice rounded bottom and had all these very strong moves within the base. So it really wants to go. When you see this, the stock it really wants to move up. There are sellers, or for whatever reason, it's not able to push through, but the day it pushes through, it probably accelerates. So that's why I have my faith in this stock. Apple D, this is a stock that I tried to trade before, still has sellers here for whatever reason are pushing the stock back, but there are buyers too. Also, very strong momentum here, and now strong momentum again against resistance. So if this is a bit volatile name, but if it goes sideways for a few days, even Monday, Tuesday next week, that would be ideal, because that means it's compressed against all these resistance, and if it pushes through, it accelerates potentially. That's my thesis. So let's see. Wi-Fi, white fiber. So a lot of strength. I don't love the volume, 27 million. It's okay. It's decent. I mean, I can trade it, and that's fine. But there are names that seem to have more interest from institutions. So it has to set up. From a leadership point of view, I'm going to upgrade it to leader. It's demonstrating a lot of strength, nice volume here in this rally. So it has to set up now. It has to, whatever shape, I don't care, but it has to wait for the 10-day to catch up and go sideways and set up again. But it's really close to the all-time high. It's a recent IPO, so definitely I'm going to watch it. SHAAZ. This another recent IPO. A lot of strength, as you can see here. A lot of volume pockets here. Volume growing very, very fast. So still volatile. It has to go sideways for a few days. Again, it seems like the motive for this industry. So yeah, a few more days, and I'm going to share, if I remember, I'm going to share when I think it's ready to break. But yeah, expect something like this, volatility contraction, and then an attempt to break out. Iron, this stock behaved very, very nicely last year. Sorry for all the notes here, but yeah, again, it's similar to CoreWeave. So it's still in the base, compressing the range, overhead above. So if it breaks through, it could accelerate. So it's another name that I'm going to pay attention to. Also connected to crypto. That's why some of these names are lagging a bit, because of Bitcoin is trying to decide if it continues moving up or if it's going to go sideways. So anything that is, but these names are, data center for AI/crypto. Some of them are crypto migrating to AI. So that's why some of these are still basing out and there are still sellers. But I think the minute it breaks all this resistance, it's going to attempt to move up. And Hive, I like it. It kind of lost momentum a bit here. As you can see, it curves. So it's not my favorite. I'm going to watch it. I prefer other names like HUD or BTDR, Rackspace definitely, NBS. So yeah, Hive is not my favorite. I'm gonna watch it, but I don't think it compares to these other names. All right, there are other names, but I think these are the best to watch right now. And then for today, I only have okay. I opened my tier three. I was using tier one, tier two. I have three levels now. Now that I have more names and the market is seems to be gaining more breadth. Mm. Okay, so FLNC, nice momentum, very nice volume here. Compressed again. It's pretty alone in this sector. Some names in the battery sector or storage for renewable energy have slowed down now, and FLNC keeps respecting the moving average. Keeps gaining volume. So this is a name I'm very interested in because if it moves, it's probably going to lead. PSNL oncology. This is a sector that it's gaining strength. There are several names like Cure, I believe. No, it's more in the gene therapies. What was the other name? Billion. So there are several names in this sector. So PSNL very, very strong in this move. Volume is a bit not optimal for me in biotech. I like to see a bit more volume, but it's fine. 30 million, it's fine. Very tight range here. So if it moves, and all this resistance above, so if it breaks, it could add to push through. Datadog. Okay, so we have a few names in the cybersecurity. Datadog, Okta, CrowdStrike. So similar setups. I would say DDoG, Okta are probably the ones looking the best. CrowdStrike looks good. It's a bit slower, yeah, ADR wise and percentage wise, but all of these names look decent. This is probably if all of them break with volume, I would probably buy at least two of this with smaller positions. Snow looks great. Yeah, huge volume here, resistance. Let me see, not much overhead, so back to 21. So yeah, it looks very good too. Cure, so another name on biotech, gained quite volume lately. I think it was the last time I checked, it was slightly less. So yeah, very nice setup, respecting the moving average. Tried to break out from this base. It had a sort of failed breakout area here, and it respected this zone. So yeah, I think it's between this resistance and this support. If it breaks, it could push through. Oh, there's a huge vacuum here. I didn't pay attention to this. So this strong gap down and coming from a gap up, crazy. So yeah, potential volatile zone ahead. What else we have? Cores. I mentioned this one in my data center analysis. So yeah, I think I'm going to watch it today, but I think it needs a few more days. The same with the rest of the data center names. Let's see what happens. This Arxis, recent IPO, they make parts for the aerospace industry. So yeah, very tight range right now. So let's see if Adams to move this week before the weekend. But yeah, very nice volume here too. Okay, more NC, the other cybersecurity name, slightly slower in the ADR side, but it I mentioned last week it held this pullback the best. It really didn't pull back that much. Close below 10-day yesterday, but yeah, it's setting up. Asana. So we on the software side, we have several names as well. Asana, GitLab, well, more a platform, but for developers, but Mongo database. So all this stuff is looking very good too, compressed. So let's see if some of this want to move before the weekend. Teladoc on the telehealth side, and then HIMS, which I bought here, gaining momentum. Yeah, it has all this resistance above, so let's see, it could break. Billion, I told about this one. I know it's getting choppier. I had expectations on this one. Try to move here, but pull back yesterday. It is still in a very tight range. You can see here in the hourly, so it could still break, and it's a recent IPO, so that's fine. It's trying to find, it's coming from the bottom. It's setting up nicely. Some IPOs get very choppy in the beginning, so that's understandable and that's fine. So I'm going to watch it and gained so much momentum. Look at this. Volume. Look at this volume over here, and almost like doubled the volume in the last like 3-4 weeks. So yeah, definitely a name to watch. Kill. Yeah, this is on the more on the crypto side, and again, it depends what happens with Bitcoin. So, but yeah, it has a lot of strength. I wish it compresses a bit more, like 2-3 more days. It's the same thing with all the data center names. That's why I wanted to show this theme today, because I think it's going to break next week. So I'm giving you enough time to analyze and explore for yourself. Pagaya, okay, on the fintech. Yeah, there are a few names like Cecil, Dave. Pagaya, it's gaining momentum very, very slowly. I'm not sure. I just wanted to see what happens today. I don't think it has enough strength. It probably needs to demonstrate momentum, like with a move here and then set up, and then will probably be more interesting to trade the continuation of the first move rather than try to catch the base breakout in this one. And VCR, so a bit low on the volume side, but yeah, it's a bit choppy, but there is so much momentum and volume that I wonder if it's going to try to break here and continue. But yeah, this is probably a very hard name to trade. UPST, okay, so the another fintech and loans name. So yeah, again, I think if I had to choose between Pagaya and Upstart, I would probably pick Upstart. Yeah, very nice VCP, very tight compression. It could move any day now. So this one on the cybersecurity side, also looking very good. Very nice volume here. So as you can see, we have many names. I wish I could shrink this list a bit more. I will probably stay with tier 2 and move a couple of this one to my tier 2. I don't want to move anything to tier 1 yet because I don't trust the market. But BTDR, okay, so I showed how this stock is interesting as well. Not the strongest, but it's interesting. SLS, another oncology name. Yeah, holding here. So yeah, it's compressing the range. So a few more days would be ideal before breaking. I think it's coming a slight. I mean, it's a leader, but I wish it gained a bit more momentum before attempting to buy it. GitLab, yeah, probably it's kind of trying to lead, but I don't know, something's off. Like, yeah, I have to see higher lows here. No, I don't think I'm going to watch it today. Mongo, you see, Mongo is different. Mongo has higher lows here, and it compressed the range very nicely. So it's kind of between this resistance and this resistance over here and this support. So if it breaks, it could gain momentum. Different situation. TE. Okay, so this is the other name on the battery. Yeah, I thought there was another one. So TE also looking good. FLNC. Yeah, these are different. So TE showed more leadership here. So let's see. Yeah, actually, I'm going to move TE to my tier 2. I like it better. What else we have? Reddit. Reddit, it's a name that I've been chasing and looking at and trying to trade. I think I tried here, and then on the report day here, you see all this volume here, but it hasn't gained momentum yet. I don't know if it's going to. It kind of gained momentum here, which is nice, but I don't know. It's a name that doesn't want to go, like you see here. It doesn't want to go up. So let's see. UMAC. So UMAC is pretty much alone in this drone theme, which had the atom to move, like, yeah, a couple of weeks ago. ARCA 2. So UMAC is the only one that held the moving averages. So let's see. I don't like the fact that it's alone in this theme, but you see this momentum in this volume is huge. So if it breaks, I don't know, it could move. It could move. That would be nice if this sector gains some interest again. So another Savisec name. This one is actually slower. You know what? I'm going to remove it. I prefer if one of these cybersecurity names are going to move, are going to be one of this in my tier 1 or tier 2. Sorry, 2 and 3. What else? HUD, I talked about this one. HUD, actually, yeah, I'm not going to move it to tier 2 because I think the whole sector is going to move sideways for a few more days. But I'm going to say it under here, and I may add them to buy, especially HUD if it moves. QMCO on the memory sector. Oh yeah, I report yesterday night. Yeah, not the best report. So let's see. I'm going to watch it. Very nice setup, huge momentum here with very nice volume. So from technical side, it looks very good. Looks brilliant. I don't know if it's going to try to break today. It's still quite volatile. It may compress the range until next week. And CLS, so these guys do, I think it's like the electrical wiring or something for data centers. Not the best momentum, but it's respecting the 50-day moving average so much that it gained my attention. And yeah, anything data center related, minus semiconductors, which I think is going to cool off a bit. Anything data center related has my attention for the next few weeks. All right, so that's all for this video. Good luck out there. Be careful. We're still in a chop zone.